Thanks for joining. My name is John. I'm a software engineer with about 10 years of experience. Let's build some features. Today, I'm focusing on three things: a contact page, a contact form. There will be some email integration, an about page, and a privacy policy. Motivation. Why are we doing a privacy policy? Well, I went over here to Free for Dev. This is a cool website that mentions free resources for developers. And I'm going to contribute an education and career development section. I don't know if they'll accept it, but here's my pull request, and they want you to check these boxes, which includes the service has contact details and a privacy policy. So Latterly doesn't have a privacy policy currently, even though I already filed the pull request. So we're going to try and hustle up and get that in. So I added Free Code Camp, Latterly, and the Odin project, 3 free and open source education and career development tools. What's up, Kenny? Thanks, dude. Kenny says no one cares. All right, so that is the motivation. Let's get into the work. So here we are in VS Code. Got a multi-root setup here, so we will find Latterly 3 and make a new branch, and let's find the GitHub issue. I had an existing GitHub issue for the About page, and I think we're just going to roll all of that into the same one. So making our feature branch, want to base it on the issue. Let's look for About. Oh, that's like the GitHub About. That's not my About. So here's the About page, number 42. I'll throw, oh, that's like a lot of stuff. I didn't realize that was all there. Let's say also do a privacy policy page and a contact form. Boop. Okay, it looks like it's already on the roadmap. So let's open up the roadmap page. Yeah, so About is down here, and we're basically just going to bump it up. So the store, there's a pull request to add the store to Latterly, and we're sort of pausing that. Okay, great. So it's 42. So git branch 42 dash. I can actually git checkout dash B, if I'm not mistaken, which creates it and switches, like activates it. Cool. And I already did this, but just for completeness, we'll fetch origin main and reset hard on origin main. This is going to make sure that we're starting from the tip of the development tree and that we're branching off from there. I was on a store feature branch, and so we want to make sure that I'm not including any of that code from that feature work on this feature branch. Okay, great. Git branch, make sure I'm over there. 42, contact about privacy, looks good. So, yeah, the privacy policy idea is straightforward. I'm basically just going to copy Free Code Camp and edit it if anything is inaccurate. So we'll go to our pages, and we will make a new file, which is going to be the privacy policy.tsx. Okay. Can slide the Free Code Camp privacy policy over here. And GPT has browsing back. So let's see, I haven't actually tried this. Let's see, summarize the, or let's do better than that. Just turn it into a React component. Role. We are expert TypeScript developers. Task. And we can even add working on a blitz.js website. Task. We need to add a privacy policy page to our website. Let's start by using the Free Code Camp page as a template. Make a next blitz.js, make a blitz.js page, blitz or next, whatever. They're sort of equivalent. Make a blitz.js page component based on the content of the free code camp policy found at BAM. Hi, did you have fun at the gym?
Yeah. It's fine, just get inside. Go give Dad a hug goodnight, and then go upstairs for a nap. Dad, look what I made.
What is it?
It's just a picture.
How, was he good?
Yeah.
Okay, good job.
Can I have a kiss?
Mwah. Mwah.
Mwah.
Have a good nap.
Dad, you keep on giving me kisses. I don't want to give you a kiss also.
Okay.
Mwah.
See ya.
See ya. Oh, is that a camera?
Yep, that is a camera.
So I can watch you if you're doing that?
However, I can't provide the content directly. Oh, okay. Interesting. So it's not going to scrape for me, basically. That's fine. Quick reminder, y'all, you can go to YouTube. The link is in my bio and see the full screen. So we're streaming over to YouTube. That's all, folks. How can I find out about changes? Yeah, okay. So here is the content. Here is a rough copy of the content. Bam, right over into code. Oh, it just says rest of content? Bro, no. No way, dude. It literally just gave me the outline of the page. Update this page, including the details, and change references from freecodecamp.org to latterly.io. It just gave me the most basic possible thing right here. Also, this is not even correct for me. Let's grab the 404 maybe. No, that's not a good idea. Let's grab this one. This will be a good reference, I think. We don't need suspense. This should be flat content, so I'll get rid of suspense. H1. Do I want it on a large card? Maybe, I guess. Don't need pagination on this. Really, I don't think I need to nest and split the components at all. Let's do this one step at a time. There's a chance that use router might need suspense. I don't think it does, but we'll see. What UI are you using? This is VS Code. Oh my goodness. GPT is being so lazy. Look at this, dude. It says rest of the content. This was so bad. Okay, let's try and not use the browser. I wonder if this is like a weird browser censoring thing. And I can just do this by hand if I need to, but I'm actually curious about this. Thanks for the likes. what are you making? We're making a about page, a contact page, and a privacy policy. I'm going to paste, okay, let's do the role task. Role. We are TypeScript developers working on a Blitz.js application. Task. I'm going to provide some template content from FreeCodeCamp's privacy policy. You know what? Maybe I should just ask it to generate a privacy policy, not even referring to FreeCodeCamp, and that it might be less sensory if it's like not pulling it from one source. You know what I mean? I'm going to provide some template content from FreeCodeCamp's privacy policy. Change this content to be used by a site we are working on called latterly.io. And format it into a blitz.js page. This is way better, right? It's actually doing the thing. Okay, so the I don't know if I prompted the browser thing wrong or if the browser model has like extra censoring in it. Let me make sure I'm watching my YouTube chat. Nothing there yet. You can be the first. If you go over to YouTube, link is in my bio, you'll be able to see the full screen. All right, this is way better. Let's go ahead and do npm run dev to start up the dev server. So I'm going to stage this code that I have right here before pasting, then I'm going to paste right over it. And the reason I did that is so I can click here and see the differences. And the reason I care about that is because I want to retain my style, my page styles. So here's the latterly page wrapper. This is basically the whole thing I want right here. This thing right here. And then I'll copy the suspense just in case the router needs it. I don't know. I don't think we need it, but hey, better safe than sorry, right? Okay, so here we have the latterly page wrapper. We're gonna de-dent this. Command / to comment that line. Thanks for the follow. And thanks for the likes. We got 15 likes. If you're enjoying the video, throw a like on it. Let's try to get a few hundred. It's always a little bit strange when there's more viewers than likes. Okay, so here's the page wrapper. Let's import that. Hover, quick fix, import. We'll do the same for the card. We might end up removing the card. Hover, quick fix, import. And then we're going to slide down to the bottom of this return block and close the card and the page wrapper. So you can see it's red. The linter's mad at us because we didn't close the card and the page wrapper. Oh. Copilot helped us, but then I ruined it or something. Okay, and now I can Command S, and you see how it indented itself? That is the on-save formatter reacting properly. And that's an indication that basically the code is well-formed. If it's malformed, then the formatter might not snap. It might not apply the formatting. How do you say that name? Is that Ninmo or Kninmo? K-Nemo. Thanks for the follow. And thanks for the likes, y'all. Wow, we popped right up over 100 really quick. Okay, so we're going to localhost. We'll see the website here in a moment. The dev server. Oh, Nemo. Like the fish. I dig it. I dig it. Okay, so the dev server takes a few seconds to compile. You see it's compiling. The apostrophe here is bad. So in React code, we don't use apostrophes. Not like that anyway. So here, I'm going to put the apostrophe inside of a template string literal. And so then it will actually do an apostrophe correctly. What else can we do? We're gonna have to come back here and fix the Q&A thing. We can fix this apostrophe as well. Okay, I'm scanning the right side of my page for red markers indicating lint problems. Up here at the top, we have a lint problem. Cannot find layout. So I'll comment this layout. Actually, I'll just go ahead and delete it. So that's, all these things are actually being imported from the wrong place. So that's the reason those imports were bad. GPT has an outdated knowledge base. When it comes to Blitz, not a big deal, but it's something we need to update. So we imported that Blitz properly. Let's import the, I actually don't know that we even need this thing right here. So the title privacy policy is passed into the latterly wrapper in my website. So you see I ultimately do pass it to the layout over here. So I don't need this layout over here. So I'm going to delete that line as well. Command Z, Command Shift Z, Command Z, Command S, and you can see those, the formatting is working basically, is what I'm looking to confirm. Command Shift P, sort imports. That's totally optional. I just like to do it. Any reason the apostrophe is not accepted in the P tag? It's strange for me. The reason is because the apostrophe character is turned into, it's HTML encoded. And so if you look, so React, so right here, this is not actually HTML. This is React. And React is actually JavaScript. And it wants to look like HTML because the end product is going to be some HTML. And it's really good for our mental model if we can see the code and basically visualize what the output is going to be. And so that's why it's nice that React has this HTML-like syntax. But technically, it's not HTML. And some of the effects of that are when you go to the compilation step and you're turning your JavaScript into HTML, some characters get encoded into their ASCII form, like apostrophe, some special characters. So that's the reason. Does that make sense? So we can still do the apostrophe. We just have to tell React, hey, this is like a literal apostrophe, and don't turn it into an HTML encoded apostrophe. So inside these braces is actually a small JavaScript expression. And that's literally just the backticks there are like a string literal. And so we've enclosed the quote in those backticks. You could use double quotes if you want. So you can do that. I prefer template strings personally. Kind of like a personal preference thing. Ooh, we don't like to see this. That's the grammatical apostrophe, which is also going to look weird. So let's replace that one. Okay. All right, I think the thing is compiled, so we can go look at it. Let's include a link. So this is the privacy policy. We're going to go to our dashboard. Dashboard, Command P, D-A-S-H. I'm in a multi-root, so I have lots of different dashboards. Let me say latterly dash. And I don't actually have a dashboard, do I? I have this index page, which is my dashboard, but it's not called dashboard.tsx. Okay, whatever. So here we got some links. Yeah, this is localhost. We're on localhost. Israel says, I thought JSX works also as the HTML. That's why I asked. It was a good question. No bad questions here. Seraph, I just use a normal apostrophe in my React and it works just fine and shows as a normal apostrophe. Hey, what do you mean by normal? You mean non-grammatical? This like, let's see. Like this one, right? This is what you mean by normal. Why does it say we? Yeah, see, it's unescaped. Here, let's take a look. If I understand what you're saying, you're basically saying, hey, it wasn't a problem for me. So here's the privacy policy. Ooh, the style is goofed up. So this looks fine, doesn't it? Will request your email. This is the same content, I think. The one with the double quote key. I don't think I have. I don't think I have one with a double quote key. So yeah, if you look on my UI, it seems like it's kind of fine, right? Here, let's inspect it. It seems like it's fine, basically. Yeah. So over here, it's fine. Over here, my linter is mad at me, though. And it's mad based on what I was talking about. And so maybe it's like an overly sensitive linter rule. Like, hey, sometimes this happens, but actually in this case, it didn't happen. I mean, yeah, that could be the case. Still, I don't want to see any red squiggles. So yeah, maybe in this case, it's not necessary. But you see, it makes my linter happy. Okay. They are always extra. Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes it be like that. Okay, so we're over here. We have this page, right? I need to fix the style is one thing. The other thing is I have no way to navigate there from this homepage. So let me update the footer. I'm going to update the footer in two ways. First of all, John Vandeveer, I want that to link to my socials. And then also, I want to add the privacy policy down here. And I guess we can stub out the about page too. Let's go ahead and stub out the about page. So we'll do new file, about.tsx. I'll just copy this whole thing, paste this whole thing. We'll rename privacy policy to about page. And I would like this called privacy policy page. I understand like it's a little bit like it's unnecessary basically, but I just like to call my pages pages to distinguish it from non-page components. Okay, so here this title will be about. Here this title will be privacy policy. And then here, I'm going to basically just say like to do. Delete all this stuff. Okay, so here on the about page, we're going to have, hey, the title is about. Here's the H1. It's going to say about laterally. Get rid of the suspense. At least I don't currently think we're going to need it. We can always come back and add it if we need it. So we got this H1, and I don't think I need this div. So I'm going to comment the div. I'm going to actually just delete the div. Okay, we don't want to have two H1s, so this needs to change. Do I want to have a subtitle is what I'm asking myself right now. I really don't see a need for a subtitle, so let's delete this. And then this will be where it's actually like the the paragraph of text about the website. Here I'm just going to say to do for now. All right, cool. How can you abstract the title prefix to context? Are you thinking about this, the latterly pipe? Is that the title prefix that you're referring to? Yes. Okay. So I could just come over here into the latterly component itself. In title, I could change to title suffix, or I could make a different attribute, which is title suffix. And then here in the value where I'm utilizing this, I could put this here, and then I could say title suffix. So that would do it. That would abstract the prefix. I'm not going to do that in this case, but if you wanted to, you could do that. The only reason I'm not going to do that is I'm not sure I want that on every page. But yeah, maybe it is duplicated, isn't it? So from that perspective, maybe it should be abstracted. Okay, so we have this about page. Let me go ahead and just commit these. Let me remove this comment. Okay, so we have member profiles. This should actually say latterly privacy policy. Okay. This will be an H2. Oh, here it already says latterly IO privacy policy. So let me get rid of this one. I don't know that I need this div over here. And in fact, that could be this could be creating the whole problem we saw. So here we are. Let me view this div. Let me just nuke this div. Bam. That didn't really help, did it? That didn't really help at all. What about this one? Bam. Nope. Not helping. I think there's two divs in the way. So the flex should take care of things, but there's two levels in the way of the flex. Let me go ahead and comment the large card. I thought the large card was a flex card. Command P large card.tsx. So it is. I mean, the large card is a flex, but it has a non-flex child. Okay. So that could be the first level creating the issue. And now I have a scroll. You see, now I can scroll. It still looks awful, but at least it's not, it's actually better. It's actually better than it was. Because previously I couldn't scroll and it was overflowing the page and colliding with itself. So it's not doing any of that bad stuff. Let's bring the card level back and retain the commented high order div. Now that I have the card, I can still scroll, but I have some negative side effects, like whatever's going on here. Okay, so it's not pushing the footer down. I don't have a z-index on this thing, do I? It's almost like it's floating above or positioned strangely. Let's look at the position. We're kind of scope creeping on the initial commit. So let's just take care of the initial commit. The div is commented. We can live with that for now. Okay. So the other piece that I want in the initial commit is to link to it from home. We can even do this in 2 commits. Okay, so the first commit is going to be like feature, init, about, and privacy policy. Okay, so we got this staged, commit, and let's publish the branch. Can I make a pull request over here? Branch. Pull. Nope. Okay, I can open up a new terminal. Maybe that's what I should do, honestly. I should open up a new terminal. Whoa. Oh, this is the issue. This is not the pull request. Okay. So here we go. This is fine for now. We can update that if we want to. So here's the pull request. It's going over to Vercel. It'll make a preview environment. Commit number 2. Let's get to it. So here we are on the index page. And I want to add footer links. Okay? Foot. I don't see the word footer. Van de Veer. I don't see the word Van de Veer. Van de Veer. Is it at the bottom of the, yeah, okay, it's at the bottom of the wrapper itself. I'm gonna right click, close others so I can focus on the singular component. And let's turn this into a link. So make it an anchor, A, just like so. href target blank rel. We'll do all of these. Let me make sure it's the right link. It's not John's link tree. Boom. By the way, this is like my portfolio site and it's open source. You can make yourself a portfolio by using it as a template. Contributions are welcome. And yeah, here it is. Ba-da-da-da-da. So we're going to link to that. Right here in the href. Let's look on my dev server. Scroll down, and now John Van de Veer is a link, isn't it? It seems like there's a double space right there. Oh no, that's just the flex spacing. Okay, that's fine. Cool, so we got that. I don't think I need this. Let's see if I can get rid of that piece. Right, I didn't need that space character. Okay, so we got this. And this is already its own paragraph. Great. I kind of want to make this an unordered list, like a footer menu. HTML, front-end fun. Yeah, almost. This is TypeScript and React, but it generates HTML. How's it going, Byte Python? Okay, so I want to go ahead and break this line. I could force a line break. That's not very elegant. So the elegant thing to do here would be to say, hey, you're flex width the full thing. So let's get footer links. Footer links, yeah, that's fine, whatever. That name works. So here are the home styles. The navigation is no fun. Home module CSS. We are in the laterally 3 home module CSS. So footer is over here. We'll go right after that and make footer links. Display flag. Okay, let's see. Maybe Copilot's coming in clutch. What's the lint error for? Expected kebab case. You know what? You right, homie. You right. I might need to, I think I need to alter this. So let's do one step at a time. Let's see if it works. I'm expecting it didn't work. Right, so it did not attach the class to the UL. Do you see that? There's no class on there. So the attachment failed, and the reason it failed is because this footer links camel case doesn't exist. The naive thing to do would be to kebab case it, but you can't do that. This violates React syntax. So instead of a dot, it actually violates JavaScript syntax. You can't interrogate a property with a period and then have a dash. So I changed it over to the bracket notation, and now I can do this. Ba-da-da-da-da, I'm loving it. I'm kind of hungry, y'all. So here, now my UL has a class attached, and it includes the substring footer-links. So we've attached the CSS class. What to do? Now I want to make sure that thing takes up the full width, which it's not doing. It's not doing that. So let's look at this. Flex. Oh, I think I can just do like width 100%. That looks kind of dumb. So the footer is a flex, right? Oh, okay. Here's another thing I can do. Let's get rid of that. Oh, no, let's keep that. Sorry, let's get rid of the width 100%. And let's tell the parent that I want these to be a column. Flex direction column. Bam. That's the thing we're looking for. Follow for a cookie says, how old do you have to be to get a job with this? That is a hard question. So the usual answer is the age of a college graduate. And if you're a smart cookie, maybe you graduated a bit early, and so maybe like 21. That would be on the earlier than normal side. But you can do this earlier. So for example, when I worked at Capital One, we had an intern who was a high school senior. And that guy was at oldest 18, if he wasn't 16 or 17. I don't know if he was being paid or not. I think he was. I think he was a paid intern, but there's a chance maybe it was an unpaid internship. So legally speaking, you can work a full-time programming role as young as, in the United States, as young as 16, legally speaking. But like, that basically doesn't happen. Even though it's legal, almost no one does it. And there's even like edgier stuff you can do, because you can work as a contractor or like an online content maker, basically not a formal, not a W-2 employee. You can just kind of like make stuff. Like you can make a GitHub open source and go for GitHub sponsorships. And you can make stuff that earns you money even younger. Even younger. You just wouldn't have like a employee-employer relationship with anybody, but you could still be earning like tips and stuff. Could I Discord DM you something? For sure. Discord in bio. Practically speaking, if you're really smart, I think you could do this 18, 19, or 20 as a W-2. And that's going to be really, really hard. So that's probably the earliest that I would say is realistic. And that's already with like a couple years head start. Like you're already programming in high school. You already know the stuff really well. You have LinkedIn certifications. You have a portfolio. Everything is in place. And then you hit 18 or 19, and I can see that. I can see that happening. And you wouldn't be getting big money either, because you'd be going for probably a tier 2 employee, because at big tech it would probably still not work out. They would want you to be an intern if you go that route. I don't see a Discord in your bio. Well, do you see this? Do you see this when you go to my bio? Oh, yeah, you're right. You have to click laterally, and then the Discord is here. My fault. So the Discord is in Latterly, and Latterly is in my bio. That's my fault. I changed that recently to make more people go to the Latterly site because I'm trying to drive traffic to Latterly. I forgot I did that. How old does one have to be to work for experience? You could be 10 in getting programming experience. It just wouldn't be professional experience. So the trick you got to play here is you got to convince employers that your experience is legit and it counts, even if you were not a W-2 employee. So this is true whether you're very young or whether you're a career switcher. Contribute to open source, make a GitHub portfolio, and you got experience day one. As soon as you got the silly little where is it? As soon as you got the silly little green square, you are accumulating experience. If you have 6 months of green squares, you have 6 months of programming experience. Now, some employers with a stick up their ass are going to say, but it's not professional experience. There's a lot of other employers. Just go apply somewhere else. You will find employers that value your skill over your butt sat in a cubicle, right? I'm closer to 10 than 21, so all right. Yeah, make a GitHub portfolio. Yo, it's not too early to start coding. This is a big mistake I see not only from students, but also their parents, is they don't want to teach their kids coding too early. I understand if your kid can't read, it's probably a waste of time, right? If they can't even read, it's probably a waste of time talking about programming. But if your kid can read and enjoys messing with computers and playing games and maybe they like math a little bit, you can start coding late elementary school, in my opinion, and definitely middle school. I don't think I'm old enough to be on GitHub. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. That you don't need to be a certain age to get on GitHub. I'm to the point of having to teach my parents what coding is because they don't understand it. I love it. I love to see it, man. That's great. Will says, what is Latterly? It's just a place where you can go to learn about coding. And it has a social network. So the Discord aspect. It's kind of like a free code camp. So there's this checklist of what you need to do to learn to code and land a programming job. It's like a step-by-step checklist. Check it out, Will. Let me know your thoughts. You can sign up for free. It's free and open source. So you can sign up for free. You can look at the curriculum. If you think the website sucks, you can submit a pull request and improve it. Follow for a Cookie says, I've been coding a while now. Started learning block and simple JS words since around 8. On the money. That's awesome. You have the potential to be like the next Steve Jobs, dude. So hang in there. And thanks for being here. Yeah, I could go on a whole rant about how the traditional school system holds back high-performing students. I'm not going to, but just hang in there. That's what I'll say. All right. Let's get back to it. And I'm loving it. Command Z, Command Shift Z, just to reorient myself. Here we are with the footer links. They're working. So we've attached the class. Let me reset the page. We were playing around in the CSS sandbox, right? So it gets wiped when I refresh. I didn't save it in the code. So we're going to go save it. The change that we did was the parent element to tell the parent element, hey, can you please render my children in column format? So we're going to go back. Here we are. This is the grandchild. The list itself is the child. The footer itself is the high order parent. So I'm over here. The footer itself, this is where I say flex direction. A, B, C, D, E, F, flex direction column, please. I'm going to go ahead and reorder these CSS properties into alphabetical order. JK element OP. See, that's the thing. You can't program if you don't know alphabetical order. I also code and run a Minecraft server. That's awesome. Target followed me. Is that really Target, like the store? What's up, Target? I suspect that's not actually the store target. If it is, I love you. In case that's the real target, like the store that sells me the Celsius, I love you guys. And you have a cool dog. Okay. Refresh the page, and Discord GitHub is sticking. Joining the Discord right now. Pull up. Love to see it. So now, here we have Discord and GitHub. We want to add 2 more. That is about and privacy policy. Let's hit it. So I'm literally just going to Command C, Command V. And then and I'm going to do one over here because it's going to say privacy policy. Okay, so this says about, and then we'll change the URL. We could do a relative link here if we wanted to. I don't want to. I don't want to do a relative link. I want to do an absolute link. If we were going to do a relative link, I might bring in the Next.js link component. I don't want to. I'm going to use a literal anchor tag. Keep it simple. We love the KISS rule. Are you Vanderveer? That's me. That's my name. It's also my brother's name and my sister's name. So, and my dad. So I guess there's a few Vanderveers, but yeah, I'm one of them. Okay, so I'm gonna use the absolute. So here we'll go https://ladderly.io/about. Command right, Command Shift left, Command X, Command Z. Got that on my clipboard now. We're dropping over here, Command Shift left, Command V. We're gonna replace about. Not to blow your mind or anything, but we're going to say privacy policy. Fligathetic. Fligathetic says alternative. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Okay, now we got the About, Discord, GitHub, Privacy Policy. Let me click the About. Here we go. Bam, it opens up a new tab. And it couldn't be found because it's pointing to prod. And Privacy Policy will do the same. So you remember that whole thing where I was like, I don't want to use a relative URL. You remember when I said that? That was so dumb. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So we're going to come back. W, is this being hosted on GitHub? Yep. Yeah, if you go to the bottom of the website, when it says GitHub, you can click that, and there it is. Oh, well, this is the code repository host. This is not the functional website host. So the website itself is hosted on Vercel. So here's so like the backend. The actual backend runtime is hosted on Vercel. GitHub is just hosting the code only. I was getting out of my car. I was going to ask, what's a good free alternative to Heroku? Vercel. Vercel's the answer. I want to upload my Node.js server. It depends how it's configured. You might need to refactor it to get it to work on Vercel, to get it to work in a serverless pattern. Yeah, if you're what are you doing? Okay, come over to the Discord and let's chat about it. If you're doing like file system ops and stuff like that, and you need a legit container, Heroku is or Vercel is probably not going to work for you. What's that thing called? I haven't used it, but container, serverless container hosting. There's a really cool website. I just haven't had a need to use it. Linode is not free, but they're pretty cool. None of these are what I'm thinking about. Is it Stack Hero? No. Nope. No. None of these are it. None of these are it. I don't know, dude. You're going to get me distracted. There is a website. I have to look it up. I don't want to do that right now. But I would say try to get it to work on Vercel. Unless you like need to do file system ops or something like that. When you get a chance, check your DM. You got it. Will do. Okay, as we were. And thanks for being here, by the way. Vasu says, I'm 25. Can I still learn coding? Can you suggest me something? Yes, you can. I might have been 25 when I think I was 23. But I was around that age when I started to code. And Vasu, the answer is latterly.io. That's what I'll point you to. There's a checklist right here. Pink, bold, clickable, front and center. Just smash the click button on it and just read this. So you're going to make a portfolio. You're going to take some LinkedIn certifications. You're going to pick a program. You're going to pick a program like Coursera, Codecademy Pro, something like this. Social network, the whole bit. You're going to crush it. Follow for a Cookie says, I've been coding for 4 years now, I believe. That's awesome. Okay, so here we are, and we are changing our links to local pattern, relative links. So I think I do have a link component around here somewhere. Oh, this is the page wrapper. That's the reason I don't. Let's try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So I'll go to my index. So here's my index. And do I have some links over here? Yeah. So here's the next link. And how do I use it? Use it like this. Cool. Hover, import it. And you can see I'm using the relative path here. So we'll just do about. Don't use the double quotes. This is a style object. What's the green box mean on GitHub? It means I had a contribution that day. I wrote some code, or I contributed to an issue or a discussion or something. Okay, so here's the about page. It means there was a contribution that day. And the shade of green ostensibly indicates the level of activity. Follow for a cookie. I have 76 over the last year. Is that good? Yes, it is. Now, don't get twisted. It's not like, oh, I have 100. I'm better than this other guy that has 75. That is silly. When we talk about whether it's good or not, it's basically just a binary scale, yes or no. And the deal is, if you have activity, that looks good. If you don't have activity, that can look bad. But given that you have consistent activity, like once you hit that mark, it's really not important to like do 1,000 commits a day. That's actually a bad idea. But yeah, 76 over the last year is great. Okay, so here's the about page. Privacy policy doesn't work, so let's link the privacy policy page. Bam. And that went to the about page because I'm dumb. Oops, brain no worky. Privacy, policy. And if you just want like, hey, summarize your privacy policy. I'm not stealing your shit. That's the privacy policy. I'm not stealing your shit. But I need to put that on digital paper, as it were. Thanks for the follow. Quick reminder, y'all, if you go over to YouTube, link is in the bio, you can see the full screen. Okay, so let's go ahead and commit this. And also, I want to be able to go back. Right, okay, so we got the headers. Starting to look good, y'all. It's starting to look good. So here, the feature is home link to new pages. Bro, when are you gonna hire a UI UX designer? When I have money for it. Are you coding a page to start a business to help people code? Yes. I mean, it's already there, so I don't know if I'm starting it, but like, you can go to latterly.io right now and sign up. You can sign up for free. So I'm not starting it, but I am improving it, if that makes sense. Good questions. Glad to see y'all here. How long has it been around? Like about a year, I think. I mean, you can check, well, yeah, about a year. You can look at the GitHub history, but that's a little bit, the GitHub history makes it seem older than it really is because I don't think that I shipped to prod on day one. Maybe I did. I actually don't remember. But yeah, pretty much like within a month of day one, I'm guessing. So here's August 1, 2023. Whoa. Oh, okay, older. I was like, there's no way that was the start. June, yeah. Init checklist, Vercel folder. Probably around here. Probably around June 21. Now, there was an older website than that, which was my Teachable site, which was also branded as Latterly. It's still up, but I want to take it down soon. But I need to transition the users over first. Okay. Here's the privacy policy. So let's fix this. Let's fix this silliness. So the silly aspect here is the fact that the footer is not floating to the bottom. Why is the footer not floating to the bottom? This is good. Because it's fixed 100 VH, that's the reason. Okay, so what if I made this a min height? That solves the problem immediately. Bam. Immediately sexy. Immediately sexy. Does this wreck the rest of the website though? Let's check it out. Mostly a .NET MVC guy, have been transitioning front-end skills to React over the past few months. Awesome. Thanks for being here. You're on a good path. Are you a senior yet? Are you at the senior level yet? Okay, so what I want to do is find where that style is defined. So the style is the home container style. Latterly page wrapper, here we are. Yes, container style, this one. Command click. The navigation on these style modules is garbage. Home, module CSS, latterly, container, and we say min height. Senior, no, probably because I don't apply myself for that. I'm more mid-level, 12 years career. Awesome. Hey, don't feel bad about not being a senior. It's not like it's a judgment thing. I was just going to say that React will take you to senior if you want it to. That's all I was going to say. So if you're good at the mid-level, that's cool. But if you're trying to get to senior, then sharpening up your React skill is a great idea. Robert, thanks for the follow. All right, cool. So this page looks good. How about the blog? Is it all messed up? Still looks okay. You're not authenticated. Oh, for real? How am I? That's crazy. Dang, forgot my, I think I forgot my password. Hold on. Let me see if I can remember my password. Hell yeah, dude. Memory like a fox. Okay, settings page. Doesn't look broken. We're just clicking all the pages. That's all we're doing. Profile page. Doesn't look broken. Bloggity blog. Browse all the profiles. Ethan. Shout out to Ethan the GOAT. Hall of Fame. Oh yeah, they're the same UI, aren't they? Oh, they're even the same link. I need to go change that. So I think, let me know your thoughts, but I think there's no regression introduced. There's no negative visual artifacts introduced by this change. I think it's just a bonus, if you will. A freebie. A no-brainer. A no regrets CSS change. So this will be a style commit. We'll say style men height main container. Another commit. Every time you push a commit, I want you to visualize $1 or like $5 or $10. Whatever, I don't know. Are you like some bougie rich guy? Maybe visualize a $100 bill. Whatever gets your mojo going. Just visualize that money going into your pocket because that is progress. Push a commit, that is progress in your life, homie. Especially if it's an open source commit that you're pushing. You're helping the world, dude. That's what I tell myself anyway. Maybe I'm just lying to myself. Okay. So yeah, these are the pull request builds and they are working. And the third one that I just pushed is in progress. What do we want to do next? We actually need to make sure the content is correct. So I basically just ripped content, but we need to read through it and make sure it's correct. And then same for the about page, right? And we don't have a contact form at all. I might kick the contact form to its own stream, like in a different stream. Because I want to take a break here because I'm getting hungry. Bro, college football is on. Who would I watch though? Who would I watch? I used to care about UT, the Longhorns, but they didn't let me into UT, and so I've had a chip on my shoulder about that. Michigan. No, we're not watching Michigan, homie. We might do University of Houston. We might do the Aggies. We might do Sam Houston State. That's pretty much all I care about. And honestly, I really don't watch college these days. Notre Dame. I could do some Notre Dame. I have a father-in-law. Like an uncle-in-law who went to Notre Dame. So yeah, if he's over, but he's not over, so I'm coding. Excuse me. Hey, by the way, make sure to follow the page. I stream like often. So I'll probably do another stream later today. I'll probably do a stream tomorrow. Don't miss it. You don't want a vacuum of missing knowledge where your knowledge should be. So you should follow the page. Okay. Which do we do first, the about or the privacy policy? Let's do the about. Oh, he merged it? Hell yeah, dude! Hell yeah! No, this, holy shit, this guy fucking merged it. Oh, dude, I want to hug this guy. Where does he live? Where the fuck do you live, R-I? R-I-P-N-E-R? I just said that so wrong. You live in Malta? Alright, you're gonna have to wait for the hug, homie. But trust me, if I get to Malta, and if I'm able to figure out who you are based on this profile picture that I guess doesn't look like you, and if I remember, then I'll give you a hug. I know that's a lot of ifs, but let's be honest, he probably doesn't want to hug anyway. But we're still doing this though. We still need an about page. Okay. Oh yeah, I think I had too much coffee one day and went on a philosophy rant about my values. So this can fill out the about page. I also have the README. Let's do a new chat, GPT. I'm taking my voice down. My wife texted me that when I hollered, the kids are trying to nap. Sorry. Role. You are an expert brand and marketing consultant. Task. I am going to give you some unorganized thoughts and notes about the Ladderly.io brand and website. You should turn this into an effective about page. Into effective body copy for the about page on the website. Let me know when you are ready to read the loose notes. I'm ready, with an exclamation point. We love the positive attitude. Thanks. Pretty much from the README, this blurb is the only piece that I need. Let me come over here to the issue page. Is this too much content? Cool. Chat, let me know what you think. Do I need to change these up? I think GPT popped off on this one. I think it slayed a little bit. You know who else slayed? Pop-Tarts. Oh, I lost my video. Bam, I'm back. I'm going to just copy this and then like fix it when I read through it in the code. It's a good about laterally or discover the laterally difference. They start off so strong. It's such a good start. Okay, at the heart of the digital landscape lies laterally. I don't like the word lies. Sorry. An ecosystem of passionate learners, innovators, and change makers. I don't like the word change makers. Learners and innovators sounds good. At the heart of the digital landscape. What are you talking about, homie? Let's just say laterally is. We are not just a community, we are a movement. It feels like a fatty sentence, like it's unnecessary. What is this? We're making an about page. We're making an about page for my website, laterally.io. So you can check it out right now. It's laterally.io. Link is in my bio as well. You can get there through my bio. It's a place that helps people learn to code and land a programming job. Your first or next programming job. Thanks for being here, Beast Jockey. Quick reminder, you can go over to YouTube and see the full screen. Laterally is an ecosystem of passionate learners and innovators. Laterally provides a set of tools and educational programs dedicated to accelerating your career in tech. Learn to code. Yeah, okay, 3 sentences. I love it. I like it. Be part of a revolution. Very Ron Polish, isn't it? Steam, we don't need you today, homie. Cool. So is GPT done making the React? Let's come over here. Boom, boom. We don't need this piece anymore. Okay. See how it looks. Go to the About page. Discover the laterally difference. It needs like a line break or something. Are you going to make the learning layout similar to Code Academy? I don't know. Should I? What are your thoughts? I was trying to kind of have my own style, but I agree there's like a value to, like Code Academy is styled that way for a reason, right? And they have that format that way for a reason. So I can see the pros and cons. On the one side, like adopt it because it's proven and effective and like maybe recognizable. But on the other hand, I don't just want to be a clone, you know? So that's something that I got to balance. What are your thoughts? So here we can do some padding bottom on the H1 or padding top on the P. I'm going to go PT. Here we have an M8. 8 feels like overkill. MT4. So we'll mirror that. We'll do a PT4 or an MT4. Yeah, we'll just do an MT4. And we can see that adds a little bit of space there, and it's even with that one. It looks good. Said, I think it's CEDD. I think that's pronounced said. Said says you can approach it your own way as long as it's beginner friendly. Yeah, good point, good point. Thanks for the likes, y'all. 500 likes. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Okay. Our core values, generosity and community, laterally thrives on mutual support. Our members with resources generously share, ensuring that everyone can not only get by but flourish. Our strength lies in our community, a circle of giving and receiving. I mean, I like the idea. It's kind of like awkwardly a circle of giving and receiving. I don't know if I like that one. I'll just delete that piece. Our strength lies in our community, though, 100%. I'm not really into the ampersands as well. Whatever, dude. We'll leave them. I don't know. Laterally thrives on mutual support. Should I do a link over to the blog? Our members, and it's not just resources, it's like helping each other learn and helping each other land jobs and stuff too. Laterally thrives on mutual support. Members help each other learn, learn, grow, and succeed. Yeah, wow. GitHub did that? Okay. Learn, grow, and succeed. Really, I can just leave it at that. I mean, that's the real TLDR. This isn't... It kind of feels like an essay, and I don't really want it to be an essay. I want it to be kind of to the point. Laterally thrives on mutual support. Members help each other learn, grow, and succeed. Our strength lies in our community. Sounds good. We stand for true freedom as opposed to fake freedom. We value freedom. We value freedom. We champion free services. We value freedom. What is it? As in beer? Free as in beer? We value freedom. We champion free services to uplift all, especially those less privileged. We value open source and open science. Do a little link right there. Spending more time on verbiage than actual code. Yeah, doesn't feel great, does it? We advocate for open source technology, the curriculum we teach, the research it's based on. Latterly, we believe in evidence. It's not just we believe in it. I mean, who's like, I don't believe in evidence? It's we make a point of using it in our stuff. We emphasize data-driven and evidence-based strategies for our students. We emphasize data-driven and evidence-based strategies for our students. We continuously experiment, learn, share back with the community, and continuously experiment, learn, and improve our tools and stuff. Cool. Diversity, our community thrives on diverse minds coming together, multiple perspectives united by shared hell yeah. Servant leadership, we are proactive in our guidance. What does that mean? Instead of overwhelming choices, we present intelligent defaults. That's true, but that's not servant leadership. We aim to lead in thought and action, not just follow the norm. That's true, but that's not servant leadership, right? I'm having a hard time creating a small e-commerce website that has product filter. Can you show some? A small e-commerce website with a product filter? Yeah, here, check this out. Next e-commerce. You can also check out Shopify. Shopify has some stuff for this. So this is the first thing I would point you out to, is the Next.js Commerce Starter. And there's a search for products up here. Let's say, I don't know, banana. No products that match banana. We don't actually care because you just want to care about the sort by. Excuse me. The sort by. And all of those attributes you can use for filters too. Matt, research doesn't need to be advertised as open source. It always is. No, Matt, no. Do you know how research works? Research is not always open source. In fact, most research, the data is not available, and that's why we have a reproducibility crisis. No, open science, like OSF, for example, OSF is awesome. Open Science Foundation. Why does the Open Science Foundation have to exist? To advocate for open science and open free data. They have to exist because it's not the normal way. So we need a foundation to champion it. Like go over here, go over to Google Scholar. Yeah, research is 99% not open, especially if it's from university. Thank you, Allie. Just go over to Google Scholar and try and find data for any of the papers over there. Like, it's literally like a very small amount where you can get it. Okay, let's see. We emphasize data-driven and evidence-based strategies for our students. We continuously experiment, learn, share back with the community, and improve our tools based on what we find. Oh, I missed the period. It's not going to look good if I can't have grammar. Thanks for the follow. Okay, diversity, that looks good. And then we're proactive in our guidance. This one was weird. This is like a different point, actually. So let me add it. I'll just say proactive. Or intelligent defaults. We are literally immune to analysis paralysis. We're literally immune to analysis paralysis. I probably phrased that stupidly. Let me know in the chat if I should say something else. Instead of overwhelming choices, we present intelligent defaults. We present intelligent defaults with prioritized alternatives and fallback strategies if the primary approach doesn't work for you. Personalized and intelligent defaults. Every time I use an ampersand, I feel like it should be like 2 bullets, and I feel bad. I'm going to get rid of the servant leadership thing. I mean, I think it's a big deal, but like, I don't see how the text relates. It is cool though. It's like a cool idea. We pursue what's truly beneficial. We don't just react to requests. We guide based on a deep understanding. Yeah. I think that goes into the intelligent defaults. We celebrate the expertise of others. If someone else does it better, we'll point you their way. Partnership, honesty, and continuous improvement are our cornerstones. Yeah, I like that. We will happily refer you to resources outside to I'm going to call this curation and humility. We celebrate the expertise of others. If someone else does it better, we happily refer you to external resources. Instead of trying to be the best at everything, which we aren't. I'll just say instead of trying to be the best at everything. Partnership, honesty, and continuous improvement are our cornerstones, and curation is a major part of our value proposition. Quality of life. We endorse a high-performance lifestyle underpinned by health, rest, and joy. Celebrate achievements, big or small, and journey through tech with mindfulness and zeal. Whoa, what? How about celebrate achievements, big or small, and advance your skills and career without doing the whole like workaholic, without becoming a workaholic. What's the other one? Like grind culture? I think that's fine. Okay, cool. Looks good to me. What's this red mark for? There's a red mark. Dear Linter, why you mad? Oh, this isn't about vanity. I want to get rid of this whole thing. This is a weird section. Dive in and explore and let laterally be the wind beneath your tech wings. That sounds so stupid. I'm not going to say that. Dive in, explore. I want this to be a call to action. So yeah, dive in and explore. Start exploring now for free. Sign up here. Welcome to the future of learning and growth. Okay, so sign up here. Let's do a link. Is it sign up or sign in? Or what is it? Log out, sign up. And chat and check out the Discord community here. I think that's good. Start exploring now for free. Link, sign up here. And then for the Discord community, we'll use this. Thanks for the rose. Let's see how this looks. So here we are. Let me log out. I need to be able to access the About page while I'm logged out. Yep, okay, good, I can. Discover the laterally difference. Why choose laterally? I don't want to say dive deep. I feel like we just went over this, right? Did you? It's like, why choose laterally? Did you read the 8 notes above, bro? I don't like this. I'm gonna delete that. Yeah, I'm actually gonna delete this whole thing. Start exploring now for free. Let's turn this into like a subheading. That's better, seemed redundant. Thanks, Sean. Yeah, I agree. Start now for free, that needs to be bigger. Our core values, let's make it look like that. Okay, I think this looks good. break out this sentence into its own line just for some visual space. Give it an MT4. Cool. Gives it some visual space. So the other H2 over here, let's use the same style. When we say start now for free. Turn that to an MY so it puts the 4 on the top and bottom. Didn't seem to stick, did it? Oh, MY is on the paragraph. That was unintentional. MY. Cool. Now we got the space. Start now for free. Sign up here and check out the Latterly Discord community. Sign up here and check out the Discord community. Welcome to the future of learning and growth. That deserves an exclamation point, doesn't it? Okay. There is a spacing issue. So I need a space after the word the, I need a space. And I want to break out this to its own paragraph. Just graduated. Everyone is like, what do you specialize in? I'm like, So what is your skill set? Do you actually code yet, or did you like graduate and you're like not actually sure how to code? Another way to interpret that, what do you specialize in? You could just take that to mean, what is your main programming language? You could hit them with that. Like, I specialize in Java. I don't actually know if you specialize in Java. I just said that. But yeah, if you come over to Latterly, then you would specialize first in front end, and then after that, you would go full stack. That's what I would recommend. But if you already have like a Java portfolio, go get it. I like Python, but we learned a lot of different languages. Yeah, see, that is a problem. That is a problem. If you're like, if you try to apply and they're like, what do you know? And you're like, a lot of different languages. That's like not a good answer, right? It is good to point out that you know more than one language. That's a good thing. So the mental model here is you should go for T-shaped skills. So you want to know one skill very deeply. That's like the long part of the T. And then you can know some other stuff less deeply, kind of like the jack of all trades to round yourself out. So yeah, if you are practicing LeetCode? Are you practicing LeetCode in Python? So that's going to be your interviewing language. Then let that be the long part of your T. Does that make sense? And if Python is your main language, then you would be specializing either in backend code or in some sort of like data science role. Yes, and I appreciate this. Hey, I appreciate you being here. Let me know if I can help anymore. You can check out the Discord in my bio, and we're going to wrap up the stream soon, but you can still chat afterwards. Okay, so let's throw a space character in there. Cool, now that looks good. Start now for free. Sign up here. Here doesn't look good. Here needs to look better. Okay, so we'll just give it the text link style. When I hover, yeah, look at that nice hover. You get like the animated underline, that's great. Not to toot my own horn, but awesome. That's a good looking about page, homie. Thanks for hanging in there with me. You doing HTML? Nope, this is TSX, so this is React. But it does have an HTML-like syntax, and we are referring to HTML tag names in some cases, but notice like large card is not an HTML element. It's not that doesn't exist in the HTML specification, but P does. So it's this interesting mix and match, which is, this is React. That's what we do. So it's like a component-based templating language that compiles to HTML. Good question. Thanks for being here. Okay, so the About page looks good. We want to deal with this privacy policy. Framework, right? So the framework is Blitz. You see how this says Blitz page? So the framework I'm using is Blitz. React is literally the templating library. It's the rendering library. So it's a part of the framework, but it's not the whole framework. Like in React, there's no way to call an API in React itself. So that's like a pretty big miss, right? Why Blitz instead of Next? Ah, good question. So Blitz is a Next wrapper. So Blitz includes Next. You know, like Eminem? No, not that kind of wrapper. So this is Blitz, blitzjs.com. And it uses Next. And it also provides additional tools, like a query tool, basically, and code generation and stuff like that. Eluding, thanks for the follow. Thanks for being here. Okay, cool. So we're done with this About page. Let's go back to the home. Here we are on the home page. Bam. We scroll down. I got About, that's done. Discord, good. GitHub. And now I want the privacy policy. Remix over Next. Oh, CJ. Why? Why, CJ? You just don't like page speed insights? You just don't like to have a fast UI load? Latterly.io privacy policy. Oh, I took a poll on how to style latterly.io. And number 3, yeah, this is the winner. This was the winner. Style it just like this. Have you tried Bun? Bun is so cool, dude. Bun is so cool. Dynamic at the speed of static. Nah. Remix is dynamic at the speed of dynamic. I mean Next.js. Maybe. Next.js just lets you render statically. So it's not dynamic at the speed of static. You can literally render in static mode. Much more granularity of control. No, disagree. Remix doesn't even have the same rendering mode set. Toss a CDN in front of Remix and you have selective SSG. Yeah, okay. So that's like... I mean, you're not wrong. It's just like, oh man. It's just like proving that Remix by itself doesn't actually do the thing that Next.js does. But yeah, Remix with a CDN is valid. I'll give you that. Woke Brandon says, I just use whatever framework has the most YouTube tutorials. Whoa, that is pilled. That is pilled for sure. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, if you have a CDN, you can pretty much use almost anything you want, and as long as the CDN supports it, it's going to be hella fast. So, very good. We love Cloudflare. Okay, let's read through this. The casing just feels weird here, right? Okay, so let me change this to say Latterly instead of latterly.io. Latterly privacy policy. Have you ever used Umami? No, I use Google Analytics. I haven't seen a good reason to not use Google Analytics. I mean, unless you're just like a Google hater. I mean, that's a reason, I guess. Also, Vercel has built-in analytics now, which is amazing. So since I'm using Vercel, I already have like 2 analytical sources. Like a third wouldn't really make sense for me. I just don't like giving my data right to Google. Yeah, that's a vibe. That's a vibe. There is something I saw, what is it called? Small Bird or something? Tiny Bird, yeah. This is like an open source Google Analytics alternative. It seems really cool. I just don't have a reason to switch from Google Analytics to Tiny Bird. Latterly privacy policy, we take your privacy seriously. And why does the period and then the and doesn't work for me? We take your privacy seriously. Enjoy full control over your data. I don't know. I'm not going to say that. I worry about over-promising because it's like I'm not giving you access to my Google Analytics dashboard. Sorry. When you use the Latterly website, we may collect some anonymous data to understand how users interact with Latterly.io and insights with Latterly.io, such as the browser they are using. When you use Latterly, that's right. Basically traffic analytics. We may collect some anonymous data to understand how users interact with the Latterly.io site, such as the browser you are using and which pages you have visited. Let's do a period. Such information may include the browser you are using and which pages you have visited. I love coming across live streams like this. What's up, Oval? Thanks for being here. Any good tools for A/B or feature flagging besides Google Optimize? Yes, Launch Darkly. Hey, Launch Darkly if you're okay, I'm being too loud, sorry. My kids are trying to sleep and my wife's gonna get mad. That's the sort of excitement that I have when it comes to Launch Darkly. If you want to be awesome, use Launch Darkly. That's it. That's the whole speech. And Launch Darkly, if you want to sponsor people, hit your boy up. Okay. I'll check it out. Cool. In what situations does Latterly.io collect personal data? If you create a Latterly account, we collect some personal data to track your progress and to customize your user experience. if you make a purchase in the Latterly.io store, we collect data to ensure proper delivery and for tax reasons. Okay, can I use Latterly anonymously? Yes, you can use it without creating an account. If I create an account, what data will you collect? A valid email address is required to create an account. You can also add more information about yourself in your user profile, though this is entirely optional. Yep. This is true. Can any other organizations access my data? No. Not right now. I'll do if I ever end up doing that, I'll do a privacy policy update release, but right now that's not a thing. I'll just say no. We don't sell your data. We utilize services like Supabase and Vercel. We do not disclose, or like, yeah, I get the point here. Yeah, because it's technically on Vercel. We do not sell your data, though we do utilize some third-party tools. For example, Latterly.io utilizes Vercel and Supabase. And let me link to them. The B is not capitalized in Supabase, is it? Yeah, it's not. Cool. We do not sell your data, though we utilize some third-party tools. For example, Latterly utilizes Vercel and Supabase. You can check their respective privacy policies for assurance. Yep. And let's give those the style. Hope you're enjoying the video. Let me know if you have any questions. Quick reminder, you can go to YouTube, link is in my bio, and see the full screen. Jordan says, what's going on here? We're working on the latterly.io website. So here's latterly.io. This is the website. You can check it out now. It's a website that teaches people how to code. And I am creating a about page and a privacy policy. So here's my local code. You can see I have about and privacy policy. What language is this? We're using TypeScript. So it's using React, which is implemented in JavaScript, and we are using the TypeScript form. No HTML, or is that already implemented? We are using React, which turns into HTML. So we don't have to explicitly write the HTML. We can write this HTML-like syntax. It looks kind of like HTML, doesn't it? So we have H1 and P, but we also have other things like large card, which is a React component, and we can mix them. And then what is today's date? Today is 9/30/2023. Thanks for being here, Gavin. Good to see you. Okay, so I think this is done now. Okay, so let's do the commit. All right, y'all, thanks for tuning in. That is going to do it for today. Reminder, latterly.io is the website. You can sign up for free. It's open source, so you can click the GitHub and see all the code. And here you can see this pull request we just did, the about and privacy policy. And this is going to ship later today. As soon as that build passes. Oh no, we got a build failure. So I might have to spend a little bit of time fixing some stuff. Oh, this is really easy. We can do this really quick. Need to go escape the about page. So there's a red marker in here somewhere. The linter is mad. There it is. It doesn't. So the linter is mad about that, and we can just use template strings to escape it. Cool. Push that fix commit. Yeah, log off. Like, what's up, Pop? I'll be back later. Hope you're here. Follow the page. I have an event to go to where I'm going to get free food. So real programmers definitely take advantage of the free food, right? But I'll be back later today, and I'll probably do a stream tomorrow as well. Yeah. So this should be live in the next hour, and talk to you soon. See you later.